Hello and welcome back to the stream. A little bit of a different setup. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of drama. We got, a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a heavy news day, but light to medium news day. We got the Tectone stuff to be talking about. That got a little bit unhinged. And if it's your first time here, real quickly, I do talk about internet news and drama. And this is a bit of a different setup than we normally have. I'm out of town, so we're doing a little out-of-town setup, so hopefully it looks nice. We also have the Jeff Wittek drama. Supposedly he filed his lawsuit on this situation finally. I saved the tab. I saved the conversation. So we'll get into that, see what's up with that. And it feels very daunting. I'm not used to this camera being right in front of my eyes. And then we have some weird Candace Owens takes on Twitter. We'll get into that, classic. And then we have Jake Tapper interview with Netanyahu. And like I said in another stream before, I really hope that we can go over that part of it together and people not be like, yeah, politics or whatever, because I think what's happening in Gaza is so far beyond politics. It's like human lives on the line. So I hope we can have like a normal human conversation as I go through that interview. And speaking of that, if you are in a position to do so, there is a link down below in the description to donate. And I would greatly appreciate that if you're in a position to do so. It goes directly to helping the people in Gaza. So without further ado, oh my God, dude, I have like a, not new, but different setup here. And I just about almost hit end stream. Oh my God. All right, so let's freaking dive right into this. Oh shoot. You know what I gotta fix here real quickly? I gotta move this over. Yeah. All right. We're gonna move this over and bring this right here. I was trying to figure out why my setup looks so funny. I had like the screens and the screens in the wrong spot. All right, there we go. I'm in the right spot, yeah. And I got my chat up here, and it says top chat. I'm supposed to have to say live chat. So you're going to see me when I'm talking to chat. I'm going to be looking up here. So somehow I managed to get 3 monitors going here today. But let's, enough of me yapping, right? Who wants to hear a straight white male yap? Nobody. But here we go. Let's dive into the drama, yeah. So before we get into the drama, actually there was something that I wanted to talk about. I saw this TikTok and I wanted to just have a quick conversation about it. And then we'll get into the drama because I want to see people's opinions on it. That's what I'm concerned and entertained by. That sounded wrong. That's what I'm like concerned with, is hearing people's opinions on this. So let's dive in. So the thing I'm talking about. You know what? Here, I think I have to fix this. I think that the screen like went off. Yeah, it did. All right, there we go. Fixed. All right, here we go. Here's the TikTok. I want to see what people think of this. All right. Here we go.
Geared specific. I often feel very conflicted around a lot of popular dating advice that's geared specifically towards straight women. And one of the things that I've just been examining recently is the whole concept around like falling in love with how they treat you rather than chemistry, vibes, etc. In general, I feel like women are told often to overlook the spark and instead value like a safer bet or security. I was talking to 2 different women this weekend. One of them is newly in a relationship, like 3 months in, and the other one just broke up with their ex and is now newly dating. And both of them described to me this inner conflict that they're having, where they're going out with somebody who's consistent and kind and thoughtful, but perhaps is lacking chemistry or like the capacity to like really get them and like see them. And they feel this guilt because they feel like that should be enough for them, like this consistency, but instead are pursuing more dynamic people that are not as immediately available. I don't really have an answer for this.
I feel like this is a very weird topic, and I've watched like a bunch of content on TikTok and the internet around this topic, and just in real life talk to people about it, and I feel conflicted over it because it's like people are always like, especially online or even in real life, people. It's hard for me to look directly at the camera. I'm not looking at the camera today. I apologize. It feels daunting. The camera's freaking right there. But but I feel conflicted about this. Particularly, let's see, my chat is a little bit slow today because the screen's a little bit weird. Particularly because I feel like people nowadays are shamed for that. They're like, oh, you're being too picky or whatever. But the thing that she described of like, feeling good about this person, I feel like you can get that from like a friend already, right? And like, it's the way I look at it is like it's different. When you have those friends that like you see in public that you would run into, but you're not gonna like invite them to go hang out with you. They're just you're cool with them. That feeling. That's how I describe it, and I feel like you don't want to have that feeling with someone that you're gonna spend like either your life with or a long period of time, assuming something happens between you guys. What I'm getting at, and I don't know. I just think it's weird. I think you have to have, and it works even just like a friend to friend situation. It works better when you and your friend like totally bond over something, right? So I don't see why you wouldn't want that in someone that you're with. And maybe this is just my own personal take on it. Maybe other people think differently, but yeah, I don't know. I'm like torn over this because you'll see. I'll go down the comments here. So someone said, I think, and again, I'm a man speaking on this, but someone said, I think women want a little excitement in life. There's got to be something about the guy that doesn't just treat them well, but desires them in a naughty way. I'd imagine both are important for healthy, fulfilling relationships. Surely some people in the world check both boxes. Okay, this was my response to her, and she seemed to agree with me. I said, this is super common with people because they settle for the sake of it, meanwhile don't actually feel the spark. And I said that because that was like kind of the common response when I talk to people in real life about it. They say that that's what their friends did. And I don't know. It's definitely interesting because it plays in, and this is a whole deeper conversation in of itself that I can kind of get into, but I'm not going to dive too deep into it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm automatically opposed to Dobrik. Yeah, me too. I have to tell you about that. That's coming up in this stream, actually. We're going to get to that. There's a spicy drama going on with them, I guess. The pot is being stirred as we're talking, so we're going to get into that. I'm talking about right now, so we just watched this TikTok. If you just scroll back in the live just a little bit, there's a girl this TikTok, she was talking about how women are often told like they should settle for this guy they just feel like good about, basically, and not someone they actually feel a spark with. So I was just going over the comment section and going over my comment and talking about what my friends have said to me when I asked them about it. And I think also real quickly, for people that are watching my stream through, I realized I watched my stream through yesterday and the day before. I will say dude a lot, and I'm not saying dude referring to like you. I'm saying dude referring to myself. Like that's just how I talk. I'll be like, God damn it, dude. But I'm not being like dude. So that's what's up. But I just want to make that clear because we've got boys, we've got gals, we've got NBs, we got a whole spectrum of people watching the show. So I don't want people to be like offended, be like, you called me dude again. But anyway, yeah, so I was just kind of going over this comments thread here. But I find this very interesting because this was a good comment right here. Someone said, I think there's two things happening. One is a misogynistic thing where society tells women we want less we'd never expect. It's just, I think there's a lot of like weird societal pressure around this conversation. Just let me know your thoughts. Again, I didn't want to dive too deep into that. It's a completely different world out there now that people feel like there's like more options and all that, which kind of plays a role into this. So that's a conversation for another time. We should get. It's funny right here. I was watching right before I got on stream. I was starting to watch Life of Riza. If you guys know who that is. Should we get right on into Tectone? Should we see what's up with Tectone? So Tectone put out this. I just saw it 3 hours ago. About to break the news of breaking up, waves will be withering tomorrow. Yinlin's coming home. She'll ruin my life, and that makes me so happy. Wait, so what's happening here? I don't even really know who Tectone is. I've just heard weird things about him before. If you are mean to Tectone, just know this is who you're fighting. Okay, let's see. Tectone did some stuff.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Okay. I feel like this clip is a little bit unfair, even though I've heard he's not that great of a dude. But who am I to say that? I don't know. This is hearsay. But what I wanted to show you is this. This kind of upset me right here, and by kind of I mean it upset me a lot. Tectone had a Frogan take.
It's great.
Has gotten literally straight up like a 2-week long conquest of people calling her the worst shit possible.
Like what? Fat?
Including but not limited to Tectone.
Deserved.
Saying that Morgan looks like Jabba the Hutt while
she does. I actually have a great image just to describe that exact feeling.
No, dude.
She does. Okay, here we go. Okay, ready for this? I found the image right here. Yep.
Why do we have to take this road? Why? That is concerning. Like, that's how I feel about this. Why do we have to take this road? Are we like so just disconnected from the universe that this is where we've landed right now? Like, that is not. How do people not see racism in this? Is that not like racist to say? And even let alone think. It's such a like weak take too. It's almost identical to like pointing to someone's skin color and being like, oh, they look like this. It's like, oh my God. It's such a weak strike. Let's see what the comment said. Based. We don't need any more cry bullies. What? And then someone commented this. If you say racist shit, you're allowed to be made fun of. That's crazy. So what did I think I saw? I meant to pull it up. I think Dexerto. I think there were some comments on this in a group of ducks in Portugal witnessed a meteor on Twitch. Why are there ducks on Twitch? Okay, hold on. I thought there was a Dexerto. Oh, did they take it down? I saw it earlier. Oh, maybe we should get into that. Yeah, someone gets me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I do not stand for that behavior at all. It's like it kind of blows me too, because it's like you have to like not touch grass to come up with these takes, and even if you are touching grass, you're just flat out stupid. Like it just paranoids me. Oh my God, there's a lot of people watching the Adam stream right now. But anyway, let's move on. Let's look at something else real quick. Twitch apparently announced a new feature that allows users to blur sexual content. So what is Twitch's? Let's see what Twitch's rule is now. They keep going back and forth. They keep playing this little game of, oh, sorry, our rules are this. Oh, sorry. We thought about this rule, and actually now our rule's this, but then we decided that we like this rule better. And they keep playing this little game. We want Twitch to be a welcoming place for everyone. We recognize the content enjoyed by some might not be a good fit for others. Today we're rolling out new content filtering and blurring tools that give you more control of your viewing experience. Wait, blurring tools? Does that mean you can blur things at your own discretion? Hide content labels CCLs. Choose whether you see content labeled content classification labels when browsing and searching on Twitch. Thumbnail blurring. Blur out preview thumbnails of content labels sexual themes. So are they... Okay, I'm going to say something real quickly just so people have this clear in their mind before I even start talking. I'm not like anti, like, how do I put this? I'm not like anti-sex work or anti, like, sexual themes or anything like that. What I'm talking about here is specifically about Twitch's rules and their rule book and how weird they keep, like, pussyfooting around with this rule. And one moment it's this, the other moment it's that. It's like, heaven forbid Amaranth does this one moment. Actually, oh, heaven forbid someone draw a nipple, because then that's done. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, you can, but if it has this on it or something. Very strange. Very strange rules. But visit your new content display located under your profile settings. Okay, let's see. Let's see what these are. Hide. You can hide gambling now? No way. Hide drugs. How does Twitch know if the stream has drugs in it? Unless it's like a weed stream or something. Hide significant profanity or vulgarity. Hide violent and graphic depictions. Hide mature. But dude, okay, here's my thing. Here's my thing with this. I don't think if nudity was the point, then the tools are useless. Yeah. But hoping people at least keep the homepage clean. There'll be a small set of creators who will have a legit use. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an everybody's thing. I think the way they put it out there is like, hey, everybody do this. But it's definitely not an everybody's thing, for sure. And then they have blur content. Like, I think it almost feels wrong to me because, like, yes, you can go in here and change these settings. But I think one of the issues is that, like, people aren't going to go in here and change the settings. And there's going to be people that are going to inevitably find content with these things and, like, click on it inevitably, right? Like, I don't think that, like, I think there's, like you said, there's a small Blender. What's up? I am going to give you a update on that cake situation. I was looking at the ingredients today. I think I might go get it. Might go get the ingredients tomorrow. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, so I don't think that people are going to open up Twitch and be like, oh, you know what? Hey, today I don't want sexual themes. Like, there might be a small group of people that do that, right? But it's not going to be like everyone going on Twitch. Let's see what the comments say here. What are people saying? Have this be the default for everyone? Yeah, see, that's what I was just saying. Have this be the default and have people opt into it. So go ahead and require age verification. You're probably a platform for sex workers, but do nothing to protect the children. That's exactly what I was just freaking saying. Identical. This does nothing to prevent underage viewers. Dude, took the words out of my mouth. That was exactly what I said. Giving users the individualized control is always the best option. They can or can't see. They should do flashing images, because that, I know people have, like, I think it's like epilepsy or whatever that makes them sensitive to that. or what is it? Maybe that's not the right thing. I've noticed that mature rated games gets auto applied. That's M rated. Yeah, I've seen that before. Interesting. Yeah, dude, that's it's always really interesting to see what Twitch is doing. And I think I want to show you this too real quickly before we get into some other stuff. Where did it go? Wait, did Mizkiv address that? Mizkiv explained the situation at Star 5 years ago in 2019 before his current level of Twitch fame, and his fans noticed Ronaldo looks somewhat similar. Okay, I want to see this. I saw this on Dexerto earlier. I wanted to look at it. Olympic sports drop real estate speed tours.
See a beautiful closet? This is what $12,000 is going to get you in Hagerstown, Maryland. This is speed tour, so let's take a look. First, we see the office space, and in here we see a beautiful closet. Right here's a beautiful half bath, and in here we go. Guys, this is the family room. My family left me when I was 3. I don't know what this room is, but not as beautiful as me. Back inside, speed tour. Right here's the pantry for my belt busters.
Me when I get the zoomies.
This is a mudroom with spots to hang your coats. In we go. This is the garage! Back inside, that's the mudroom. This is the kitchen.
You know what makes this funny? Okay, just to get people up to the lore. So, I don't know if anyone here watches real estate videos. I unintentionally started watching them a while back, and like they're always done with like a really slow camera movement. The person's like, "Hi, I'm gonna take you through a tour of the home," and then it's like a really like, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, and it's like these images of the house. Also, Blender and Chris, I don't know if you caught me saying this earlier. I'm in a remote location. You might have caught me saying that at the end of last stream. I'm up north and enjoying family time, friends time, etc. So I just set up my stream here. It's a little bit daunting that the camera's right here and you're looking right at me. I normally have it mounted like way up here and it's going boom from that angle. So I'm trying to get used to that. So if you see me not looking and I'm kind of like, that's why. But I'm enjoying it. I feel like it looks nice. We got like a little plant back here. Kind of looks decent back here, you know. It's a brand new room. This room just got built. Some cool lamps. I think, yeah, I like these lamps. For some reason, I don't think my mom likes them, but I like them. We got pictures we're going to be hanging down here soon. It's a brand new room. It was a garage. This was once a garage. And, yeah, my dad finished building it. I was like down here when he was building it, and he literally turned our old garage into a whole nother room. It's freaking crazy. I don't know how he does it. There's like a window ahead of me. There's like 2 windows here. Freaking wild. But that's what's up with the setup. It's not my normal setup, but I feel like I did a pretty good job, right? Looks pretty good. It's a glow up. Yeah, right? I mean, it has that like, you know that smell that new rooms have? Where it's like it'll be like an old room and then a new room, and it just has that like new room smell to it. It has that smell, like it's like brand new wood floors, new drywall. It's got like a new like AC vent in it, like all these different things. It has a good new smell to it. And it smells like fresh paint a little bit. You didn't even notice. That's fair, honestly. When Ludwig switched rooms, not this last time, but the time before that, I didn't notice it till about 8 or 9 videos of his in. I was like, oh, new room. And I commented new room. And someone was like, bro, you just now noticed? I was like, yeah, sorry. But that's how it goes. You don't really know. Sometimes you just like enjoy watching someone and listening to them talk. So you kind of get lost in that sauce. And that's what happened to me. So I get it. Look at this. I just want to continue playing this.
Beautiful kitchen. Right here's where you put your dining room table. And up the stairs we go. Speed tour, speed tour. Bedroom number 1 in here.
A bunch of people on TikTok are talking about this. Think like that's why I love TikTok. There's so many vile things in the app, then there's real estate speed tours. It's just so damn funny because I'm not gonna lie to you. This kind of hit better for me than like someone who's older. I used to go live with real estate people on my TikTok, even though I do skate park reviews on TikTok. And I would like have these real estate people take me on tours. And I don't know why I did it. I would see a real estate person. I'd be like, take me on tour. Like, sure. And they would just walk me through the whole house. They'd be like, okay, now up here is the kitchen. Well, if you go to the left, there's a little bit of a panel here. And I was like, dude, just want to see the house.
This is a walk-in closet right here.
This guy's like, hey, I got you. 15 seconds. Here's the house.
See a beautiful view of the neighborhood. How we go?
This is so Gen Z coded.
Beautiful view. Take a look.
Is this Illinois?
Out we go. Right here we see a walk-in closet. Perfect closet for your wife. You know you won't get any space.
Okay, dude. Okay, your wife will love it, but
In here, 2-person shower. DM me. Double vanity here, and right there's another closet. Take a look. Oh. Out we go. That's a toilet. Out we go. That's bedroom number 2. Moving on. Bedroom number 3. There's a walk-in closet. Show 'em. There's another beautiful view out there. Washer, dryer.
if he did this without the screaming part, I think I could handle it more. The screaming is getting to me. But it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's go back. I forgot about this. I freaking forgot about this already. Casey Tron tweeted, can someone please explain to me why men who look like this speak on any women's appearance? Did you guys see that tour of Asmongold's room? Dude, Asmongold, I don't even know. I'm not gonna shut my mouth. Everyone yelled at me the last time I talked about Asmongold. Yeah, dude. I don't think these guys should be talking about women's appearance, let alone men should not be talking about women's appearance unless you're being nice to them and actually giving them a compliment. I don't think men should be like, this, not your business, okay, fellas? Look at this right here. This dude said, what gets me mad is he's calling Frogan fat. Bro's a fat guy himself. Even worse, he's bald. Even worse, he's addicted to gacha games. Nothing like a woman signing another one who's a cheater and still in the process of it just to dunk on a man. You can't make this shit up first, then try to say something. Yeah. Should we go over? Let's go over this, and then we'll get into Jeff Wittek stuff, and then Netanyahu. But I heard about it, but don't actually watch his content. Yeah, I same. Let's get into this real quickly. So, I don't even know if I don't know if I can say that word or not on stream. So, this is what Candace Owens saying to Born. I'll say pornography. There we go. That'll be a stream accepted word. Candace Owens, I believe, is a super right winger, if I'm not mistaken. I think, right? I feel like I always see super far right takes from Candace Owens. But this was Candace Owens' take today to ban pornography. The pornography sounds funny. It's a psychological weapon intended to weaken our men. How do we feel about this? She used to be a host on Daily Wire. Yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to remember. Yeah, Daily Wire host, which is... Yeah. But this is very interesting. This is a very weird take, in my opinion. Because it's like, if you say that, you're immediately cutting out the sex workers. I feel like, at least this is my opinion on it. I'm very pro sex work. If that's how you make your money, that's how you enjoy your life, that's how, go get that coin, king or queen doing it. Go do that, I've always said that. I've said the same thing about OnlyFans. I've had the same take on this forever. But by someone saying to ban it is immediately Xing those people out. I can almost ration as to where the take can come from, because when you think about it, you start thinking of the negative effects of it, and it leads you down to think that, like, you know what, there's so many negative things, let's ban it. And it can make you think that, but that's not a very, like, open-minded take, I should say. Because there's, you know, it's got it's like, quote unquote, like, harmful or, you know, whatever effects of it, where it's like people get addicted to it, right? And then for some people, you know, maybe that addiction works out for them, whatever. But then there's people that get like so addicted to it that it turns into like I personally know people that have had to go seek therapy over it because of being so addicted, and have had to like snap out of their addiction from it. And that's a whole nother thing. Even if she can prove that it has that effect, against conspiratorial claim that it was intended as a weapon makes her wrong. Yeah, I know. like it's not a weapon. You're right. It's like, and here's what, look at this. Someone said, for the love of God, banning. Ban an industry consenting adults engage in and has created a lucrative living for many people. Wow, thought you were for small government? Yeah, it's classic. Teach your sons to have self-control, stop looking at the government to solve your problems and take accountability. I just, like, it's such, like, a weak-minded take, because it's like, dude, it, like, a lot of people, like, even if you're not a watcher and you're someone that, like, is partaking in any way, like, it's not just, like, these, like, websites that are specifically for it. I mean, you have, like, different sites for it, right? There's, like, OnlyFans, and I could go on about other sites. I don't know what's, like, within the, like, confines of what you're allowed to mention on here. But the only reason I know about all these sites is because I saw a list. I've seen this conversation come up time and time again on Twitter, and someone posted a big list of all the sites one time, and I'm forgetting what the other ones are called at the moment, and I almost want to search it, but I'm afraid it's going to come up on X now. But yeah, it was a whole list, and I remember, I just think I kicked the camera, and I just know that it, like, helps people, dude. So just classic Candace Owens takes here. Let's see. This person agrees the government is not the solution to life's problems. Can we start on X, Elon Musk? Personally, since government regulation is antithetical to right-wing ideology, her advocacy has more to do with pushing a Christian nationalist. That is true. See, that's base. I'm glad you're in here, Chris. I'm not intelligent enough to have that take, but you are, and that's why you're here, and you're making me learn things. When I say learn things, I mean I know what you're talking about, and I agree with it, but I'm learning how to formulate sentences that are smart like that. I wish I was smart enough to, you know, yeah. But I'm getting there. Oh, you're about to have some pissed off rabbis. I just feel like this stuff is so, I just read comments here and I'm like, what is happening with people? Do you know who runs the industry? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll move on to the next topic because I don't really have much more to say on it. I mean, you know my stance on it. You know, don't sell yourself short. I'm watching you, remember? Yeah. Here's my thing. If there's something that I don't ever want to be someone that is trying to formulate a sentence in order to try to sound like quote unquote smart. Like if there's a sentence or something I'm about to say that I know there's like better ways to like formulate it, I'm gonna like hard stop myself and call it out immediately. But when there's some like, and that's why I said like don't talk about politics or whatever on this, because there's a lot of like political terms or a lot of like ways to articulate sentences when you're talking politics that are like intellectual that I don't have the capability to do, but it's because I'm not like a politics streamer, right? I'm into internet drama. I'm into skateboarding. I'm into filming. I have like a slight interest in some car stuff. I'm interested in like traveling. Those are the things I'm like very like in tune with, like internet drama, any like neurodivergent things. I'm very like very on par with it, I think. Here and there. And I was thinking about this today actually. I'm at a point in streaming where when people get big when they're streamers, and I'm not really worried about this because I haven't really had anything bad happen, but I was thinking about this today, and it's making me feel like I should be just a little bit more careful, even though I am, and I'm like not saying anything like terrible. I'm at a point now where, like, let's say I have like 50,000 people that are subscribed. My dog wants you. You guys want to see my dog? Yo, look at this. Hey, Ruby. Hi. Say hi to the camera, Ruby. Look at her. Wait, Ruby. Where are you? Wait. Hang on. Wait. You want to come up here and say hi? Oh. Look how cute she is. Oh, you can't. Look how cute. Say hi, Ruby. Say hi to the camera, Rubes. See it? Say hi. Oh no, you unplugged my headphones. Oh no. My headphones are unplugged, mate. Yeah. My fucking headphones, yeah. On my back. Oh no, I'm losing my pillow. All right. Oh, sweet. Work just paid me. Nice. Looked down at my phone. It was like, you've been paid. I'm like, let's go. Big baby, cute dog. Do I? Wait, I didn't plug my headphones in the right way. There we go. Yeah, dude, she's so cute. Oh, Ryan's in here. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? Wait, look at her. Should we entertain this for a moment? Hey, Ruby. What do you want? She looks like she wants something, doesn't she? We have 2 boxers. This is one of them. Should I show you guys the other one on my phone? I don't think she's going to come down here for some reason. Let's see here. She's crying. Here, wait. I'll see if I can show you my other dog. Okay. Oh, Ruby's in my profile picture on YouTube. This is my profile. This is right after I got hair surgery. And I was holding my dog. Wait. I wonder if it'll show the picture. I'm trying to not like dox my location. It has my location on it, but let's see. Yeah. Ruby's in my YouTube photo. This is the one from the profile picture, but here's my other dog. Oh shoot, that one has my mom in it. I'm not trying to put my mom on here. Let's see. Here they both. Nope, that shows my house. I've like got so close to doxing myself. Okay, I think I can show you this one. Yeah, I can. Okay. There's her. There they are. That's Zoe, flashy fawn boxer. We have two doggies. But should we get back into the stream topics, or should we see what Ruby wants still? Look at her. Hey Ruby, come here, Ruby. Or do you want to go out? Should I leave the door open so you can go out? There you go. All right, bye. See you later. I feel like she might scratch on the door again. She wanted to go. I freaking love these dogs. My 2 best friends in the whole world. And as they say, a dog is a man's best friend. They should change that and be like, a dog is a man, a woman, and Ambi's best friend. Because if your dog is not your best friend, then don't know what to tell you. Sorry. But should we move on to the let's see. Let's move on to this Jeff Wittek stuff here. Okay. Let's move on. So, Jeff Wittek. So, he got into this debacle on Twitter today. Not really a debacle, but more so just called out David Dobrik. And I find this very interesting. I think he's filing his lawsuit, but we'll see. So, yo, Snapchat, you're paying a guy that smashed my skull in for a prank and left me with lifelong injuries. He filmed and organized multiple essays. That's why I stopped posting. I don't want blood money. And this says context details. Jeff Wittek filed a lawsuit against David Dobrik, seeking $10 million in damages and injuries sustained against a stunt. $10 million, Jesus. In June 2020. The incident occurred in Provo, Utah, where the injured participating in a video shoot with Dobrik. The stunt involved Wittek being swung on a rope tied to an excavator operated by Dobrik. Yeah, no one will ever forget that. Tragically, the stunt went out when spun the excavator at a high speed and abruptly slowed it down, causing Wittek to collide with the excavator. This resulted in several injuries for Wittek, including a broken skull, facial fractures, eye damage. The aftermath of the incident was marked by multiple injuries for Wittek, including one to remove a plate from his eye. You remember this? Yeah. It's so weird. Like, sometimes the situation is still going on. I thought he filed it. So, okay. To what you just said, I thought he filed it years ago. So, I'm going to show you this. So, Jeff Wittek has a whole, Reddit page. And I saw, I literally just read this. Where the heck did it go? I thought it was on Jeff's Reddit here. Let's see. Unstoppable Force on X. Where did it go? There's no new updates in law, but David's lawyer was in the news today. Oh, it's a whole separate thing. Okay, but that's David's lawyer. This is what I wanted to show you. So, I almost put lawsuit in the title of the video today, but I wasn't sure because that you'll see. Physical trauma was compounded in a breakdown in the relationship between Wittek and Dobrik. Wittek has expressed disappointment with Dobrik's response following the incident, particularly noting a lack of communication and support. The perceived indifference from David Dobrik has been a significant factor in Wittek's decision to pursue legal action. In contrast, David Dobrik has publicly expressed his regret about the incident in his podcast. Do you remember his apology? This was one of the first commentary videos I made. I don't know if it's still up. A part of me thinks it got flagged and it's not up. But if you go deep down in my channel, I think the video is still there of me reacting to it and talking about it. This was one of the first videos of mine that kind of got some eyes on it. But I provide context and detailed explanation on it. Please follow if you enjoy the insights. Why is there 2 comments on this? So, hang on. You're right. So, I thought he did file that lawsuit years ago. So, let's see what's going on here. So, that's part of the reason he's only on Snapchat. Yeah, because there's no comments, but he can run, but he can't hide. David Dobrik has been I don't know, his posts on Snapchat are very odd. I'm going to see if I can pull up I just saw one a couple days ago, and it just feels weird. He's not on any other platform, but he's hanging out on Snapchat. And I was talking to a normie friend of mine the other day, and one of my normie friends saw David Dobrik and told me that they watch Snapchat news religiously, apparently. And I was like, I didn't know this is a thing people are into. Snapchat news is so weird. When you go into it, it's look at this. This is what's on my Snapchat news. There's Liver King. Look at this. It's civil lawsuits. Look at this. This is my Snapchat news. Liver King situation gets worse. Maybe we'll look at that and see. Bobby Althoff got exposed. Like, what did she? Bobby's being canceled, and you won't believe why. It's because she broke up with it's that same thing. They just resurface old drama on there. Civil lawsuits are going to delay years. We're up against people with power. Oh, yeah, I know about. I've personally not been directly involved in one, but I've been, like, watching one from the sidelines because of a situation with the close friends. Because maybe I should make a video. You know what? I'm going to ask you guys a question here in a second. Don't let me forget to ask you, because it's something I'm semi-entertained by, and I think you guys are very entertained by it. But I'll ask you that in a sec. Yeah, COVID delayed everything for 2 years. Yeah. So this is what's interesting about this. So look, Snapchat, dude. This is what's so funny. Snapchat news looks like woke culture and TMZ after heck. Yeah, that was my. Oh, that was good. Oh my God. Wait, I wonder if I can pull that comment. Am I able to like pull this comment to the screen? Let's see. Channel activity. No, it doesn't let me pin the comment. That's funny. I was gonna see if I could like put the comment on the screen. That's so damn funny. But this is what's so funny. So Snapchat sent this message, and dude, I hate how you send stuff to like Instagram or Snapchat or even like YouTube, and they always send the first thing, and they're like, "Hi, can you please help us explain better what the issue is?" It's like, yeah, he said the issue right there. He said it. He's traveling look at this. His name is David Dobrik, and he's traveling the world, partying on your dime, live serving next month. Snapchat news is so bad. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a sec. All the skeletons popping out the closet this week. What's in the air? Wait till the trial and you see their lies. It's a failed prank from an immature 28-year-old. Picked up Casey, or 28. Nobody picked up Casey Neistat doc for a reason. Jeff, at this point, I love these people. Excuse me, Jeff. At this point, just stop using his name for what he did in clout. You can't stop talking about something else. He's got no clout anymore. I don't need or don't want anymore. I'm just doing fine on my own. Without David, you would be homeless. And that I see this argument pop up a lot, and I don't think it holds any validity. Like, sure, people know about him because of David, but then after that, he's like capable of being his own man and own human being. Like, he would have still made it without David. Like, honestly, I made millions selling weed when you were in diapers. I know he came up because of the Vlog Squad. I know that, like, but to say he'd be homeless in the Jersey Shore is not a good take. That's not a good take. Because I already can see it. Like, some of you might be thinking, or maybe even like people watching the VOD, might even say like something along the lines of, you know, he's only a notable person because of the Vlog Squad or whatever. And I guess that's fair to say. Let's see. Then I Googled what happened. You let someone swing around an excavator. Classic victim blaming. It's awesome. But this is where I got, yeah, so it said he filed a lawsuit. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. The comment section is a goddamn mess. It's messy. Okay, this is the question I was going to ask you guys. So I was doing a little, I was doing my job. I was doing a little, before I got on stream, a little insight into what you guys are into, right? I was like, what are the people watching me into? And YouTube tells me this. And you hit there, they have this research tab right here, and it tells you like what people are searching. And reminds me when the Snake King tells Kohan the Barbarian that he would be nothing if he hadn't killed his family and sold him into slavery. thus putting him in the path of becoming a warrior. Yeah. That's like, I missed that. Oh. Okay, pause. I read when you said Snake King, I read Liver King, and it made me laugh. Because I freaking read Liver King, and I said Snake King, and I was laughing because I could only imagine Liver King in that moment. Okay. Reread that. Reminds me when Snake King tells Kohan the Barbarian that he would be nothing if he hadn't killed his family and sold him into slavery, thus putting him into the path of becoming a warrior. Dude. Why, people? Why are people like this? Jesus H. Wait. Moderation activity will be shown. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. What? I was trying to hit. What the hell did I hit? There we go. I right-clicked something, and it was like moderation. I was like, what? Dude, yeah, it's like, I don't know why. I don't know, like, why people are like this. It's like, why do you have to blame the victim? Just stop. It's easy to blame the victim when it's not you. When it's not directly happening to you, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I can just go blame them. Because you're on a fucking computer and you can just type. It drives me absolutely insane. But this is what I was going to say. But yeah, I apologize, by the way, too. I didn't, like I said, I read Liver King. And something about Liver King, dude. Because I think it's because I saw Liver King right here on the Snapchat news. But I apologize. Did not mean to freaking laugh. Yeah, and now Snapchat, and look at this. Look. Check this out. Snapchat news, like, it's just changing all the freaking time. Like, I had a Liver King article here, and now that's gone. Now it's just all like Bobby Altoff. Jake Paul situation got worse. Should I do a Snapchat news video on this channel? Maybe like Snapchat news gets worse and just go over Snapchat news? Would that be a fun video? That's my question, because here's why. Check this out. So, my YouTube has informed me that apparently you guys are into, like, oh, now it's saying different things. What the heck? Okay, it said that you guys were earlier, it showed this, and it said you guys were into, like, influencer drama, like, and it was showing me these videos where, and I know we're talking about influencer drama right now, but it was showing me these, like, fake, like, right here, here it is, fake health influencer, fat loss advice, comedy influencers lie, and then it said social. This is like, I don't know if this is things you guys are into. Everyone's taking those. So I don't know. Let me know. That's just what YouTube's telling me. Don't know how accurate it is. None of that is you. Interesting. What about you, Ryan? What about you, Blender? You into any of that? Let's see here. Let's check this out. Let's go on. Should we move on to the Netanyahu interview? Did you see this? So, Chris, did you see the Netanyahu interview with Jake Tapper already? I am going to cover this and then call it a night with stream. We're getting near an hour here. But this is very interesting. I don't know. I guess this requires a trigger warning for way into what you zonked out. It's okay. This right here. My YouTube is telling me that this is what, like, my followers or fans are into. Getting My Life Together podcast, fresh comedy, most unpopular YouTube channel. Influencers lie, comedy influencers, fake influencers. Like, it's telling me that you guys are, like, super into, like, the influencer stuff, which makes sense because I talk about influencer drama on here. He makes anti-Semitism accusation again. Yeah. Lol sound BRB. Oh, you need to put in headphones or something? Oh, loud sound. Be right back. I see. Okay. we're going to get into the Netanyahu thing here. I don't know how much of this I'll be able to make it through because I freaking hate this guy so much.
Starvation.
But I would hope that I got through part of it, but my hope would be that he addresses the genocide to Netanyahu directly. Shell fell off the wall. Are you okay, Blender? I hope it didn't like hit you or anything. That's crazy. The shelf just suddenly fell. I had a giant attic cover here. No, Blender. No. Glass everywhere. No. I hope you be careful. Please be careful. You're talking to someone that cuts themselves on that will pick up glass with their bare hands and cut the crap out of their hands in doing so. Not for any reasons. I'm just dumb. I'm like, oh, glass, and I pick it up, and dude, I cut my hands every single time I pick up glass with my bare hands for obvious reasons. I'm not bright when it comes to glass. Watch out for them ghosts. Yeah. I earlier heard this big thump here. It was like, doomp. And I'm like, what is that? No one's here. And I looked. Shoes and vacuum time. Yeah, see, you're a step ahead of me. I'm like, hands. We have this cover that goes over to the, like, crawl space. And it's like, dude, this cover is, like, literally, like, this big. And it just went, bam, straight to the hardwood floor. And it freaked me out earlier. I don't have stuff ever fall off the wall. I think today's our day for stuff to fall off the wall. In your case, it sucks. It's something that's glass. Good luck. Good luck cleaning that up. I'm going to, in the background, I'll play this Netanyahu interview. But I would hope he addresses the genocide
of civilians as a method of warfare. Now, I know that Israel repeatedly claims that enough aid is getting in, and there is not purposeful starvation, and those claiming otherwise are misinformed, are lying. Is Israel going to send a delegation to The Hague to present any evidence to defend itself?
I think these charges are exactly as President Biden called them. They're outrageous. They're beyond outrageous. This is a rogue prosecutor that has put false charges and created false symmetries that are both dangerous and false.
Oh, dude. I don't, like I said, it's going to be a tough one to get through. This is going to be really tough to get through. It's just so gross, man. Oh, how can you say that? I mean, I know why he's saying it, because he's trying to avoid getting arrested and he's trying to avoid what's actually happening, right? But it's like, dude, how can you just look at a gabillion people, right? I mean, he's a fucking loser. That's why.
The first false symmetry is he equates the democratically elected leaders of Israel with the terrorist tyrants of Hamas. That's like saying that, well, I'm issuing, arrest warrants for FDR and Churchill, but also for Hitler. Or I'm issuing arrest warrants for...
Look at Jake Tapper's face. Jake Tapper's like, what the fuck? Rogue prosecutor. Funny. Trump used those exact same words. Yeah, that's what happens when you become a right-wing president.
For George Bush, George W. Bush, but also for bin Laden. That's absurd. Secondly, the charges are completely false. Let's take this charge of starvation. We've put in 500,000 tons of trucks of food and medicine for this population. We've taken 20.
Let's get that trending on Twitter. Me and the homies hate Netanyahu. You and I, Ryan. And here's the thing, too. Okay, I want to make this very clear. Hard stop real quick. In case anyone's going to say this, 'cause I know this is going to get VOD watches after. And I know that I feel like you guys here agree with me on this. But I need to make myself very clear. By me watching this and going over this and any comments I make thus far forward on Netanyahu, who has actively made a genocide happen, just because I'm making comments on Netanyahu, I am not, like, by any means, I don't, like, hate Jewish people. I'm not anti-Semitic or whatever. I'm, in fact, close friends with a ton of people like that. I'm in fact close friends with a ton of Jewish people, and I have nothing against any Jewish people or anything like that. I have to get that out of the way. So I can already see it coming, dude. Like, if anything, they're like some of the nicest people I know. So I think people get that twisted. People are like, oh, well, you don't like Netanyahu, so anti-Semite, and it's like, huh? Excuse me?
1,000 trucks. We've paved roads to put those trucks in. We've opened border crossings that Hamas closed down. I've had airdrops that are facilitated, sea route supplies. I mean, the whole thing is absurd. You should know this. I mean, the prices of food in Gaza,
what did he
paved
just say?
roads to put those trucks in.
What?
Tons of trucks of food and medicine. For this population, we've taken 20,000 trucks. We've paved roads to put those trucks in. We've opened border crossings that Hamas closed down. I've had airdrops that are facilitated, sea route supplies. I mean, the whole thing is absurd. You should know this. I mean, the prices of food in Gaza has dropped by 80%. The markets don't.
This is so weird, man. This is so... oh, my God, dude. How are you guys doing watching this? Are you guys doing okay watching this? I am... oh, my God. I feel uncomfortable. Oh, my God. This is... I think what's outrageous is his claims. His insane claims, dog. Like, what are you doing, brother? What is happening here?
Don't lie.
He's just straight up
they
lying.
talk about 23, I think, or 30 cases of malnutrition in a population of 2 million. Okay. The United States in 2022 had 20.
He should fire whoever it is he's paying to drop his food and whatnot because they clearly aren't doing the job right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the people that he's paying to do it are unexistent human beings. They're all a enigma.
1,000 deaths of malnutrition. That's 3 times more than in Gaza. This is completely false. It's the kind of slander that has been leveled at the Jewish people for ages, and it's renewed now against the Jewish state. It was false then, it's false now. But one thing, this prosecutor, this rogue prosecutor, didn't even bother to come here. He said he'd come here to check the facts. He didn't check the facts. He just went out and demonized the Jewish state, and he's taking the ICC.
It's crazy that this video is 14 minutes long, and I can already tell that he's like the way he's talking, it's going to be 10 minutes of him just straight lying.
Down the route of the General Assembly that passes infinite resolutions, flat earth resolutions against Israel, or the Human Rights Council that used to have a reputation that is completely blown because half their resolutions are against Israel, not against Iran, not against North Korea, not against Syria. It's the same thing. It's outrageous. And false. And dangerous because it endangers every democracy.
We should note, though, it's not just the ICC expressing concerns about the lack of humanitarian aid getting into Gaza. President Biden and his administration and their officials, not to mention European allies of Israel and their officials, they've all been making this case for months that Israel is not letting enough aid in. So when President Biden expresses concern about you not letting enough aid in...
I mean, dude, there's literal video evidence of them blocking the aid. Like, I've seen videos on Twitter of it. I've seen plenty of videos on YouTube. And it's like they show these people and their aid being blocked. Like, you see the aid dropping, and you see these people are fleeing it. Like,
is he wrong?
Oh, what? Am I on the wrong YouTube account? I'm just gonna let this ad play real quickly and switch. I think I'm on the wrong YouTube account. Switch account. What if I switch over to my other one and watch it? There we go.
For joining us.
You should know this. I mean, the prices of food in Gaza has dropped by 80%. The markets don't lie. They talk about 23, I think, or 30 cases of malnutrition in a population of 2 million. Okay. The United States.
We already got past that. Here, I'm over here.
And false. And dangerous because it endangers every democracy.
There we go.
We should note, though, it's not just the ICC expressing concerns about the lack of humanitarian aid getting into Gaza. President Biden and his administration and their officials, not to mention European allies of Israel and their officials, they've all been making this case for months that Israel is not letting enough aid in. So when President Biden expresses concern about you not letting enough aid in, is he wrong?
Well, no, we had the same concerns. We were trying to get the aid in. We got the aid in, and Hamas was looting the aid.
Huh?
That's what was happening. They were taking it for themselves or extorting the population. We were letting the aid.
What? So he's claiming that Hamas took all of their aid? Is that his claim?
From the start. And look, this was my directive from day one. The day one thing was we have to we comport with international law. We comport with the rules of war. We have to get those trucks in. We're getting hundreds of trucks every day in. And
Oh my God, he's so fucking full of it, dude. He's so full of himself. Holy shit, dude.
That's been an aspect of our
Trashing supplies and destroying crates. Yeah, I know. I literally watch those videos. It's freaking gross. It's horrifying. We've seen like horrifying war crimes right in front of our own eyes. It's disgusting. The interesting part of all this is that France is backing the ICC and Netanyahu arrest warrant. I know. Do you know how bad you have to be for France of all countries to step in opposition of you? I know. That's like, if that doesn't say it, I don't know what does. I don't know. I just read about that. I read a headline about that a couple hours ago. I was sitting there snacking the apple and I saw that.
Conduct of war because we try to get civilians out of harm's way. We've done things that no country.
Whoa, pump the brakes there, buddy. He openly is like, yeah, we tried to get civilians out of harm's way. He's very careful with his words. He tried. Yeah, dude, you definitely put in some effort. You tried. Meanwhile, you struck an entire population of civilians and did a little thing called a genocide.
No army has done in history. It's not me saying that. It's General Petraeus saying that. The head of the...
Because, he because of what Hamas did, he just thought that every Palestinian is Hamas. Meanwhile, not realizing that Hamas is a particular Palestinian militant group. It's just because people are in Gaza doesn't mean everyone is Hamas.
Urban warfare at West Point, Colonel John Spencer says it. Israel's gone out of its way both in humanitarian aid and getting civilians out of harm's way with millions of text messages, millions of phone calls, and leaflets that we've been dropping, giving up the element of surprise.
Leaflets we've been dropping? What?
Phone calls and leaflets that we've been dropping, giving up the element of surprise. Israel is given here a bum rap. I think it's dangerous because basically it's the first democracy that is being taken to the dock when it is doing exactly what democracy should be doing in an exemplary way. I think it will endanger all other democracies. Israel may be first. You're next. Britain is next. Others are next too. And the second thing that is dangerous about this, Jake, is I think this fans the fires of anti-Semitism that are raging on American campuses and throughout Western capitals. They're pouring gas. He just poured gasoline on it, this rogue prosecutor, Khan.
So,
because, people initially will think this is serious. They think the ICC, this is a serious thing. It's not.
Well,
it's a travesty of justice, and it's a pack of lies.
Let me ask you.
Oh, my God, dude. I don't know how much more of this I can make it through, dude. It's like... okay. I'm not going to lie to you. With situations, whenever I hear something sickening, I'll say something I'll be like, oh, it's making me kind of sick to my stomach, right? Hearing that. You hear people say it all the time in real life. You're like, it makes me sick to my stomach to hear that. But this interview, hearing the words out of Netanyahu's mouth is making me actually sick to my stomach. I'm literally can taste throw up in my mouth right now. I'm not even joking. I'm not saying that to prove a point. I can literally feel my stomach turning right now. It's that disgusting to me. Ugh. It's so gross. While the leaflets are true, it's a useless virtue. It's useless virtue signs that supposed to be claimed we warned them. It's not our fault. Yeah, that was true. I do know that. We warned them. It's not our fault. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, dude, you knew what you were doing. The whole thing of it is he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And now he's trying to avoid what he did.
Because what Hamas did on October 7th, just to make this clear, what Hamas did is abhorrent, as is the refusal to return the hostages. Oh, abhorrent. But whether or not it was Israel's intent, tens of thousands of innocent Palestinians, including countless children, have been killed and maimed by the IDF in your war against Hamas. Is there anything you and the IDF could have done any differently to avoid all the loss
this will be
of
interesting.
innocent lives
This will be
in
interesting.
Gaza?
First of all, every civilian casualty is a tragedy. Every child lost, or every woman lost, or every innocent person lost is a tragedy. But for Hamas, it's a strategy. So while
It's okay, so it's a tragedy. So why'd you do it then? Why'd you do it? Let's see.
we go out of our way to get them out of harm's way, Hamas goes out of its way to keep them in harm's way, shooting at them if they try to leave the battle zones. But many have left.
Did he just blame Hamas for this all? Not the IDF? So it's not the IDF, it's Hamas that did this.
Thankfully, I can say that. Now, the ratio, because of our actions, the ratio of civilians to combatants killed is the lowest in the history of urban warfare, and certainly dense urban warfare like this. It's about 1-to-1. There are about 14,000 casualties, 14
What
to
is he
15,000
saying,
terrorists
brother?
killed, and an equal amount of civilians that were unfortunately killed, because that's what happens. But in other arenas, in Fallujah,
This guy
is
is like full-on sicko. This guy is a full-on sicko, gross guy. This is so weird.
terrorists, 3,000, 4,000 compared to 35,000 in Gaza. The ratio was much bigger than that.
Where's his proof of these claims? Yeah, no, he has no proof. His proof is that all of it is Hamas. Hamas.
The same thing in Mosul. So
I think it's just like, ay. And exactly what Jake Tapper said. Jake Tapper already made himself very clear that what Hamas did on October 7th was abhorrently just disgusting, wrong, and their actions are not justified by any metric. But I think that's like the logic that he's settling on, that like because Hamas did this, then he's like has this mindset that like every single innocent Palestinian should be responsible for that. And it's like he's just trying to like pussyfoot around what he actually did.
we've gone out of our way to stop it. And let me tell you, I think that the numbers are also
Yeah, it's a lie. The entire war terror had its civilians' deaths surpasses within the first month of Israel's war. Yeah, exactly. So he's spitting false numbers too.
inflated. The UN, the UN organizations that are dominated by Hamas in Gaza is giving false information,
Hamas.
as is Hamas itself. And people believe these numbers. The other day they came and said, well, it's about 35,000 who are killed, but 10,000 of those we said are women and children. Now we can't say that. We don't know who they are.
Whatever the numbers are, it's too many.
In the meantime, the lie circles. Well, look, yes.
What's he gonna say? He just say yes to that? Let me see.
The lie circles. Well, look, yes, one is too many, but the reason they're there, the reason we have civilian casualties at all, is because Hamas is preventing them from leaving. I'm happy.
Wait, what? So he's saying that these people... What the fuck, dude? So Hamas is the reason why these people can't leave.
Happy to say that in the Rafah operation that we've conducted, 1 million people actually left. People said, well, there are 1 million people, 1.2 million in Gaza. Where are they going to go? They're going to be...
Oh, yeah, you're right. He just didn't answer the question or anything more they could have done. He literally just talks. Yeah.
trapped. Well, 1,950,000 have already left.
Chat, you guys are big, like on a big screen today. It's cool. I wish I could. Here, let's see if I can show. Should I show you my setup? I should show you guys this. It's kind of a cool looking setup. What I have here, I have it on my dad's workbench. Look at this. I'll show it to you guys. It's kind of cool. So I have like my dad's workbench that I put a giant wooden plank on. It's just like a little DIY setup up here. Check this out. Do you see where you guys are? See if I can pull it up. Bam. There you guys are. Pretty cool. Let's see. A glass taken care of. No! Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. You just told that to someone who has like object permanence, who's very obsessed with like their favorite one little thing. And I'm guessing, my guess, maybe I'm wrong in this, I'm going to take a guess that jar of yours that you're talking about had like, it was like a one-off thing, right? Or was it like something you can just go buy? I'm guessing it was a very one-off thing that you can't really replace like that. It was green and cute. I'm so sad. Oh, I knew I was right. I like almost want to like break down. I found it randomly and oh God, you don't know how, oh my God, I'm so attached to stuff like that. Oh God, I'm so attached. I hate losing stuff like that. I hate it. And I hate it so, like, if you talk to anyone, they'll tell you I turn into a psychopath when I lose stuff like that. I go on a tear and I like go on eBay and I go check all my drawers and I like freaking drive to the nearest stores. I go freaking everywhere just to find something almost identical to it or the exact thing. I am crazy about stuff like that. I totally get it. That sucks. Oh, do you have a pic? Is there like anything you could like? Send me a link if there's like anything that like if it's like something that you think you could find on the internet. I need a cute jar now. I know, I'm like that too. I need to replace it. Gonna scrimmage around Goodwill because they have tons of funky glassware. I hope you find something just like it. Funny how we have far more videos of IDF soldiers shooting civilians, but no sign of these Hamas tactics. Aren't they hiding in tunnels? How can they hold population hostage from underground? Yeah, that's... there's a lost object solidarity. Oh God, I just lost. I'm a huge proprietor of lost objects. Today, in fact, speaking of which, I lost a little piece to my AirPods today. Even that, a freaking AirPod piece, and I couldn't buy the other brand. I was like, went to Apple. Apple just sent me a confirmation that my order went through to order the exact extra small Apple AirPiece thing. That's how addicted to this kind of crap I am. But look at this. Okay. Funny how let's continue this interview.
And there are very few civilian casualties because we're doing everything to get them out. This is our policy. It's humanitarian. It's responsible. We comport with the laws of war, and we're the ones taken to the dock. And it doesn't give any solace that they're also taking these killers of Hamas, these murderers, and putting them in the dock. As I said, yeah, Hitler's in the dock, but so is FDR, and so is Eisenhower. Absurd.
After 7 months of unity for your wartime government, there seems a lot of disagreement now about your...
No, same. That happened with your earbuds too. Yeah, I guess if you're watching the VOD and you're not seeing chat, I'm answering Blender's message here about the earbuds.
Your plans for Gaza or lack thereof after a major military operations in Gaza is over. Benny Gantz wants a plan, or he says he's going to leave your government. Your defense minister, Yoav Gallant, says you don't have a plan. He's basically accusing you of trying to lay the groundwork for an occupation, either civilian or military, in Gaza in the future. Are you denying that the plan is for an occupation of Gaza, or are you taking it off the table?
Thankfully, I'm crazy and tracked the piece down back to an armchair. I was on the campus. Oh my God. Phew. I'm glad you found that. Yeah, little things like that annoy me. I just hope if you like can find the glass, or if you like see something that's similar to it. I'm almost like curious what it looks like. I almost feel like I have to help you find it now. I'm like nervous about that glass. Let's see. I'm more nervous right now about this Netanyahu interview.
I have a very clear plan. I think the first thing, the day after Hamas, Jake, is the day after Hamas. We have to get rid of Hamas. Otherwise, there's no future for Gaza, no future for peace, and it'll be a tremendous victory for not only for Hamas, but for the Iran terror axis that backs it and organizes Hezbollah, the Houthis, and
It was wild. Stuck behind the cushion. Nah, it's okay. You'll find a new cute jar. Okay. Oh, man. I felt that to my core. When you said that glass, it felt it right to my core.
all these other sundry terrorist organizations. So I think we have to defeat Hamas, and we will defeat Hamas. Rafah is the last stronghold of Hamas terrorist battalions. We'll defeat them. That ends the intense part of the fighting. But once Hamas is defeated, what we have to do is have sustained demilitarization of Gaza. And yes, on this, I think
he looks for every, and this is by no means like, again, what Hamas did is wrong. I don't want people to like look at what I'm saying, like, you're defending Hamas. Like, no, what he's doing here is just using Hamas as a way to like weaponize it, and he's like, Hamas in their Hamas tunnels blocked the food. Hamas, like everything he says is Hamas. Gaza is gone. What future does it have other than Israel colonizing the rubble? Yeah, literally.
The only force that can prevent the resurgence of terrorism for the foreseeable future is Israel. At the same time, I want a civilian administration.
Oh, Blender, I didn't catch you up, and you probably caught on to it by now, but I was just going over the Netanyahu, and this is a fresh interview from today that was out about Benjamin Netanyahu, so we're seeing what he's saying. It's freaking... What he's saying is abhorrent and insane.
That is run by Gazans who are neither Hamas nor committed to our destruction.
So you're taking it off the table.
The third thing that we'll need to do is... No, I'm not. I'm putting it on the table, on the contrary. No, that's not true.
I'm saying you're taking off an Israeli occupation of Gaza. You're taking off the table an Israeli occupation.
If you mean resettling Gaza, it was never in the cards, and I said so openly, and some of my constituents are not happy about it, but that's my position.
I just want to
the
move
third thing
to
that
Neptune.
I would do is...
I think we all should move to Neptune. There'll be no crazy presidents, no sickening war crimes. We'll just live in the middle of the outer space at this point.
Have a reconstruction of Gaza, if possible, done by the moderate Arab states and the international community.
No way.
Openly, some of my constituents are not happy about it, but that's my position. The third thing that I would do is have a reconstruction of Gaza.
Okay,
if possible,
dude.
done by the moderate Arab states and the international community. That's demilitarization, civilian administration by local Gazans who are not committed to Israel's destruction, and responsible reconstruction. That, I think, is a realistic plan, and I've said so. Look, if some people are not happy with it, maybe they want to put in the Palestinian Authority that still teaches its children to, seek the destruction of Israel, pays terrorists. The more Jews they kill, the more they pay. Supports terrorism. That's not my position. I want a different future for Israelis and Palestinians alike. I think it'll affect the future of peace in the Middle East, too.
Two more questions for you, sir, because I know your time is limited.
Dude, he is absolutely fucking bonkers. He is out of his goddamn rocker.
People familiar with the ceasefire discussions that fell through earlier this month tell our reporter, Alex Marquardt, that Egyptian intelligence quietly changed the terms that Israel had already agreed to in order to get Hamas on board. Does this raise concerns for you about Egypt being involved moving forward?
Look, I think we have a goal, which is not only to defeat Hamas, but also to release the hostages. My government has been able to secure the release of 124 hostages so far, and we're committed to get the rest. Hamas, unfortunately, has been hunkering down on a demand that is simple. They say, well, we can release the rest of the hostages, maybe. But in order to do that, you have to get out of Gaza end the war and allow us basically to regroup and reconquer Gaza. And they've
Hasn't Chris, you might know more than me on this, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't Hamas like try to make a deal here? And I thought he said no to Hamas's deals they tried to make with him. Am I wrong on that? I thought I remembered reading that.
vowed to commit the October 7th massacre, this horror of beheadings and raping of women, beheading women after they rape them, the burning of babies, the slaughter of the innocent, the taking of hostages. We'll do that again and again and again. So that's something I won't agree to. And I hope Egypt understands that we can't agree to something like that. That's not something that we can countenance, and neither can the people of Israel. By the way, the overwhelming majority of Israelis support this policy.
Phew. Woo. All right, cool. I remember reading that, and then it as it left my mouth, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. I remember they did that. Israel's like, no, we cannot do the deal with Hamas.
And I can tell you that the other day, by the way, yesterday, we had a resolution in the Knesset.
They made a ceasefire deal that was negotiated by a U.S. CIA director. Yeah, I remember. Let's see. But Netanyahu backed our post meeting. Jesus.
Where 106 out of 120 Knesset members supported a resolution that says you cannot accept the ICC statement. You cannot accept it. We'll reject it. It's a farce, and we have to stand up to it. And I can tell you, I don't remember that Israelis, I don't remember the Knesset agreeing, 106 Knesset members out of 120 agreeing on anything.
But Mr. Prime Minister, you say that the majority of the American people are with you on this plan, but a poll from the Israel Democracy Institute from this month showed a majority of Israelis, 56%, say getting the hostages back home should be a higher priority than military action in Rafah. So don't you just fundamentally disagree with the majority of the Israeli people?
Yeah, that's insane. Okay, that's another thing. And I'm going to say this, and it could come off a little narrow-minded, but I'm going to say it anyway. The people that I personally know that live in Israel and the people that I'm friends with who are from there aren't siding with Netanyahu. They're not like, oh, Palestinians deserve this or anything like that. Those people that I personally know are on the same side of this. The people there want to get their hostages back. And they also are thinking the same, they also think the same thing we are. They think this is a horrendous war crime. And that's just the people that I know. And based on that, I'm gonna imagine, and based on other things I've read, I'm going to imagine that there's other people much like them too. So it's very he's in a very strange little situation here. It's should the highest priority for Israel be the hostage deal or Rafah military action? Yeah, see, look, they want the hostages back.
Then military action in Rafah. So don't you just fundamentally disagree with the majority of the Israeli people?
Well, I've seen other numbers, but I take a different thing. I don't say this is more important than that is more important. I say both of them are important. And in fact, the military action that we're taking against Hamas is in fact, the way to get these hostages, because without military pressure, basically without, squeezing them, Hamas is not going to give up anything. That's the reason they gave up the first half of the hostages, and that's the reason they'll give up the second half. So I see them as complementary and not contradictory goals, and I intend to fulfill both of them.
Before you go, sir, we should note, we appreciate your talking to us. According to the independent Israeli media monitor, the Seventh Eye, you've done about 24 interviews since October 7th, but all of them in English, and all the outlets outside Israel. I don't want to begrudge that. I appreciate you doing an interview with us, but why are you not speaking with Israeli journalists the way you are with me?
Because he's fucking afraid.
That's the tendentious reporting of a lot of the Israeli media. So I can tell you what they're not telling you is I've done, I don't know if it's 24.
Wow.
Or 20 or 15 press conferences with Israeli media. They can ask anything they want, and they do. And I just met Israeli reporters the other day in Rafah, in fact, 3 days ago, and they asked me all the questions they want. So that's simply not true. I speak to them, and I speak to you.
Jake Tapper's face is like, huh?
And I welcome the opportunity to tell the truth and dispel the lies.
Oh, yeah, dispel the lies. You just told a bunch of lies, you Weasley little liar. A Weasley little freaking liar, dude. All right, well, look at that. Folks, look at that. Look at the time. Look at the stream time. Look down. Hour and a half. I'm good, dude. I'm getting really good at this stream thing. I'm doing an hour and a half stream. Like, I get through all the things I want to talk about after an hour and a half, and it includes some chatting. Maybe, okay, whoever's in here. If we have Blender, Chris, Ryan. Okay, question for you guys. I want to know, since you guys hang out here. So, if we did a stream, and anyone else watching the VOD too, Spilt Bong Water, Maria, anybody else you guys are out here watch, or anybody else watching the VOD, tomorrow's stream. I'm going to try to be on again tomorrow at the same time, 9 p.m. Central Time, maybe even like 9:05. You know how I am. I'm usually on in that 9 to 9:05, and every now and then 9:15, but usually around 9. If I did a stream just chatting, would you guys watch that? I was trying to figure that out, and it might have like some little content in it. I was just thinking about every now and then doing like a little like, I don't know, a little like parasocial stream, I guess, where it's just we're talking about stuff. We're like talking about random things. Like I have all these like topics in my phone I wrote down that I want to talk about that are just like real like life topics. I've been watching you'd be down for that? Okay, cool. Today was watching you'd watch it? Okay, good to know. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. I think it was Noah time. I was watching this video. I still have to finish watching it.
Yap City residents. What?
I've been inspired by this channel right here, Noah, doing stuff like this where he's just talking about life, basically.
Yap City residents.
One
What's up?
subject I felt compelled to talk about. That I thought about doing a stream around, and I might have to like pull up a couple TikToks or a couple of videos to like reference stuff here and there. But just to like change up the pace, you know, I gotta like, I don't get me wrong, I love talking about like internet drama and news and stuff. And if it happens to be like a really heavy hitting topic tomorrow or something, then I'll bring it up. But I was thinking just to like change up the pace, and people, it might not be like a gazillion view stream, but I've been seeing a lot of topics, or a lot of people in real life and online talking about like their concerns with the trajectory of life. And what I mean by that is like having a more chill stream. Yeah. And I don't know, I just want to talk about it and have like a human conversation with it, with people that are entertained by the stream, because I've been reading a lot of forums online. People are like really anxious about their life trajectory, and like you go to school and then you and how that all works. We'll get to talk about it more tomorrow. But I'm basically talking about like from the time you go to school till you've like made it or whatever. This is going to be kind of the topic. And I have a lot of thoughts surrounding it, and I want to talk about that. Another thing I thought about talking about, and I filmed a video on it, but then I ended up deleting the video because I didn't like the video. I never posted it, was neurodivergence. Because I brought this up to some people in real life recently, and I noticed a lot of like normies don't know what neurodivergence is. And I've been watching some videos on it. So maybe in another stream I'd like, or maybe even in the same stream, we can talk about that and like watch some videos on it. And I don't know, because I feel like it's a relatable thing. I feel like it's becoming more and more common for people to realize like different neurodivergent tendencies, or maybe different things like that, because everyone's brain works differently. So those are just some things that I had written down. There was a couple more things I wrote down, but we can talk about that more mañana. But yeah, also too, I've also been inspired a lot by Sandwich, her Twitch streams. She does like an hour and a half of just like chatting with people in her stream, and I have the freaking best time ever hanging out in her stream chatting, and then she'll like respond, and there's like a bunch of people asking questions, and it's a chill time. So maybe just like switch it up, do something a little different, and then we'll get back to internet and news and drama after that. But if something wild, if David Dobrik makes a YouTube video or something tomorrow, then we'll watch David Dobrik's YouTube video. But I hope he doesn't make a video. I hope he gets out of Snapchat. And then maybe I'll make a Snapchat news is getting worse video. That might be a fun video to make. Yeah. Okay, there's a naked body on Snapchat news right now as I'm saying that. Awesome. Cool. Naked bodies, everything I need to see on Snapchat news. Great. All right. Well, with that said, I will catch you gang tomorrow. I love you guys. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you for chatting tonight. You guys freaking mean the world. Chris, Ryan, Blender. Let's see if anyone else hopped in at the beginning that I didn't mention. No, it was Chris, Ryan, and Blender stream. You guys are the best. So appreciate you all. Blender, I hope you go to the thrift store and find the right glass that is at least somewhat similar to the other one. If not, something that will make you equally happy. And with that said, appreciate you guys. Once again, Chris, Blender, Ryan, you guys mean a lot. And I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central, if you can make it. If you can't make it, don't sweat it. But if you can make it, I'd love to see you there. And anyone else, if you are watching, you got to the end of the VOD and you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you. And maybe come hop in for the stream. Come check out the vibes. And have a good one. We'll be right back in the same spot. Maybe you get to see the other dog tomorrow. All right. Love you guys. Peace.